welcome everybody. I'm glad you guys are tuning in to check this out. Today we're gonna get into a little bit of research. We're gonna hear from my man Steve Peck from Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, and also we're gonna hear from the infamous Mr. Rick Dyer, the #1 known hoaxer in the Bigfoot community. I advise you to hear him out. Okay, he's on the verge of a big adventure with Rick and Biff. Rick and Biff's Bigfoot Adventures. You're gonna hear from them here and very shortly, and just then, there's another. Right now, it's top secret. There's a few individuals involved with starting a TV show series in the Bigfoot cryptid world, and there's no news that I can share on this. I know who they are, but I can't say nothing. I know it's probably irking you because I know things. It's awesome because these two big guys in the Bigfoot community know things I was told personally, so that's like a big deal to me. I'm excited, but there's something in the works. There's something gonna be brewing up here. I'm not saying nothing. I wish I had more details. I wish I was allowed to share information because it would be a big announcement, and how it'd be cool because I'm the one who can make the announcement. But I can't say nothing. So, but keep in mind there will be a Bigfoot cryptid TV series going on. Like I said, these two individuals, they're really big into the Bigfoot community, and they're well known. They need no introduction, that's for sure. Anyway, I was contacted by the one individual, gave me the rundown, and said it's got to be kept a secret because until everything's official on their end, they can't make it an announcement because the producers and network and everything else, they all working together. So it's just the way the cookie crumbles. So anyway, so that's something to keep an eye on. You gotta keep your eyes open for that cryptid Bigfoot series, TV show, whatever that's gonna be turned out being. And when you hear who's involved, you'll understand what I meant. They needed no introduction. Okay. Also on another destination here, we have another duo starting off with their Bigfoot adventures with Rick and Biff. And you get to hear from them today. You get to hear from them. Rick is here to give a few words, and please hear him out. Check this out. I'm just here. I'm delivering the news, and I think you might want to hear what he has to say. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Rick Dyer.
Hey folks, my name is Rick from the Adventures of Rick and Biff. Guess what? We're starting to film next month at the end of July. If you want to be a part of this show, that's easy. Just contact us through YouTube or wherever you're seeing this video. Contact us through here. We'll be happy to come to your town and investigate your sighting. You gotta move quick though. We're making our schedule now. From Rick and Biff, thank you. And you're going to enjoy this show.
Well, thank you, Rick. And there you go, folks. There you have it. You heard from the man himself, and I'm sure if you look, it's on social media. It's on social media. It's all posted on YouTube. You know, maybe there's some of you or many of you that don't know about it, but those who are forgiven, those who could be understanding, stop the hate. Okay, this is Bigfoot, people. This is Bigfoot. Come on, this is Bigfoot. These people are sponsored by Destination America and the Discovery Channel. Okay, the Adventures of Rick and Biff are traveling the East Coast. You just heard that yourself. So if you want to get involved, I recommend you contacting them. They'll come out and do a Bigfoot camp out with you and do some research. Swap information. Simple as that. No harm done whatsoever. No harm done whatsoever. Okay? Meet up with them. You guys will have a story. Regardless of how it turns out, if anything happens, cool. One way or another, there'll be a story to tell. Okay? Alright. Check that out. I mean, like I said, if you're a caring person, if you're forgiven, okay, I understand maybe you're one of those ones who fell into his deception, but the man admitted to it, okay? Give the man a break. Oh, seriously here. Alright, enough of that. Time to turn the page. I'm back again. Alright, now, final chapter here. You know, we hear a lot of theories in the Bigfoot community, okay? There's a lot of theories that float around social media. Alright, well, this is something we need to consider. And you're gonna hear this from my mouth directly, okay? This is coming directly from my mouth into your ears. Alright. Theories, please understand this. Because a lot of people, I don't think they understand theories. When they hear something or an idea of something, they think it's fact. No, there's no fact in theories whatsoever. But there can be, okay? A theory is an idea or a possibility that has not been proven yet, that's being studied and analyzed and researched to find if there is fact inside that theory. Understand that, let that be said. But right here, I'm going to let my man right here, this is my man from Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, everybody, Mr. Steve Peck. Take it away, Steve.
Hey friends out there in the Bigfoot community, it's been a while. How y'all doing? You know, these creatures, you hear so much about them being so highly intelligent, but then you hear people say that they only have the mind of a 12-year-old. Well, think about how intelligent a 12-year-old can be. You know, kids, you know, can hide very well. I've been on several search and rescues for kids, you know, that were even up to,
I like this man right here.
6 years old, and it took till the next morning before we found them. Luckily safe. And people have walked right past them. They didn't want to be found. You know, they just didn't move, and we're talking about humans. You know, they just didn't want to be found. They were scared to be found, and you know, so
listen.
You know, these things may very well have a mind of a 12-year-old, but my
Hear
son,
him out. Hear this man out right here.
My son was playing video games that I didn't have no clue to understand when he was 12 years old. You know, there's so much to these creatures we don't understand. And, you know, the game cameras, you know, it seems like they don't want to pick them up, or there's something about them that the game cameras don't do. You know, I'm into the infrasound thing. If these things see a camera, you know, and they can project that infrasound, that sound wave, and vibrates the camera, makes the image blurry. You know, it's just one of my theories. You know, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's a theory. You know, we don't know. All we can do is keep reading, studying, getting up, and getting in the woods. Just keep on doing it until we get the answer. I apologize for the shakiness, but they do call me Shaky Jr. Y'all have a great day out there and keep squatching. Squatch on, my friends.
Well, thank you very much, Steve. Keep squatching on, brother. I appreciate those words. You know, I like that man. That man is awesome. He's got some great theories, great ideas, and he's very smart. I like what he has to say. But consider this. Seriously consider his theories, okay? And if you think about it, I believe there can be some truth to it. There can be. A 12-year-old, an average 12, 13-year-old, a mature young child, 12, 13 years old. If you look at today's world, a lot of young kids are actually, some of them are smarter than most average adults. They have a lot more fresher understanding. Nowadays in school, kids are learning more advanced at a younger age, and that's a fact. Kids at a younger age are learning more advanced at a younger age. Okay? Back when I was growing up, you know, some of what's being taught at a 12, 13-year-old's age was more taught between 15 to 16-year-olds. So things got moved up a little bit to a younger age. So they're learning more advanced, learning how to use their mind a little bit more in depth, more challenging. So as they advance in maturity, their mind becomes more stronger. Okay, that's how it is in a lot of these countries. A lot of, like, over in Asia, they take their education highly serious. You could have a 8-year-old probably outdo your average 20-year-old college graduate, whatever, 23-year-old college graduate. That's how serious some countries or people take their education, to the point of their intelligence, their learning capabilities are so high advanced, because that's what they have their goals set on, to learn these things. Something like a Sasquatch, think about it, in a Sasquatch, something that's out there that's living and surviving the way they do. Their body, their mind, their mentality, their instinct, it's on survival mode 24/7 nonstop. So everything they experienced, they learned from, they've bettered themselves over what they experienced or lived through. So that's something that you got to consider. Through the years, they had advanced and got stronger and stronger in their mentality, their wisdom, and etc., etc. It makes sense, doesn't it? You need to start considering the theories, but don't ever claim these theories as fact unless you have something to back that up as proof or evidence or fact. Does that make sense? Well, with all that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. One of our next upcoming webcasts, we're going to be talking about habituation. I'm going to share my 2 cents on that. We're going to give a rundown on what habituation is. These are topics that are being presented to me. Okay, I had asked on social media, what do people want to hear discussed and shared, and habituation was one of them. And we're going to have a couple things we're going to get involved with on that. Like I said, we're going to go through the definition, explain habituation, then you're going to hear my take on that. What I have to share on habituation is opinion, but it's also a very logical, educated explanation. It may not make sense to some of you. To a majority of you, it will. Okay? So that is just one of the topics that I want to focus on at a time. I'm inviting you to share yours with me. There's topics that are discussed and all floating around social media all the time. There's backwards, upside down theories. I mean, all kinds of crazy ideas about this and that. Okay, but I want to try to look at things as logical as possible. That's all I'm saying. Some theories do come across kind of crazy, but there's some that make more sense. Like you heard from Steve, just a little while ago. I like what he had to say. And when he had his YouTube channel up, he said some good stuff. And hopefully we're going to have him back on here again. So keep your eyes open. Steve Peck. Steve Shaky Peck. That's what he goes by. Shaky Jr. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, Steve. But yes, Steve will be back. And along with other guests and everything that will be participating with this webcast. But again, yeah, if you have topics you want to hear discussed, explained, you want to hear my opinion, sometimes if it's something that's I've researched or studied, something I might actually know fact about, I'll share that with you. I have no problem doing so. If I don't know, you're going to hear me say I don't know, but I'll consider looking into it. All right. So, meanwhile, if you want to contact me, and if you're not on social media, right here, you see the email address right here in front of you. Write it down, copy it down, send me an email. Make sure you're getting the point across. Make sure you fill in the subject so I know it's somebody that's wanting to share a topic with me. Somebody that wants to contact me, friendly. Keep it real, keep it simple, and we'll see what we can work with. I definitely recommend pictures. And if you are on social media, you want to share your 2 cents on something, or Bigfoot related, or research topic, send your videos through social media, through Messenger. I'll be glad to share them right here like I did with Steve. Steve has more to share, and we'll get with him later on that. So thank you again, but be on the lookout for the next couple days for the next webcast. This is Daniel Benoit, founder of the ECBRO. Like us on Facebook. Send me a friend request. let me know who you are. I don't add everybody because there's too much trouble or in the world of Bigfoot, too much drama. Some of you understand where I'm coming from, so God bless.